2 Adventure Medical Kits, 2-person emergency blankets, duct taped together. This is a diamond shelter. It's one of the oldest in history. It's had its heyday in the French and Indian War. It's got an anchor point to a tree at the top, and then it anchors at the back and the 2 sides, and hence the diamond shaped. This one, because I didn't have the heart to cut the blankets, isn't symmetrical. If you want to make your life a lot easier, cut it so that it's symmetrical. Once you get all the 4 points anchored, you stick a trekking pole in the center to hold it up. Make sure it rests on the duct tape seam so you don't stress the fabric. Here's the trekking pole resting on the duct tape seam so it doesn't stress the fabric. Here it is coming down to the ground. Duff along the back edge to keep the bugs out. Center stake. Duff resting on top of the fabric along the back edge to keep the bugs out. If you want to, you can add an additional anchor point along the seam like I've done and tie it with a taut line hitch off to a tree. All of these are tied with taut line hitches. That's easy to learn. You can just look it up online. I want to get a close-up on this. I can't sew, and so I choose not to. So this is a packing peanut inside there, and then it's just looped around the packing peanut and tied with a clove hitch. And you can learn how to do that online. I like to have things bug-proof, so I bought $21 worth of no-seam netting from Campmore, $7 a yard. I bought the widest they have. I think it was 72 inches, and I bought 3 yards of it. And then I anchored it like I showed you in the last clip to the 3 points and down at the center. And then I got these little office clips from Staples. They were the smallest they had. I think they were $3 for the bag. And clipped those on along the edge. You get the whole concept of that. Now I'll show you this. I'm inside the shelter, and I've got the mosquito netting drapes to the floor and kind of folds under, and then it crosses here in the front and overlaps big time. And then what I usually do is I'll stick my foot here. I put a piece of gear on there, hold the whole thing down, and I'm going to slowly film towards the back here and show you with that duff how closed down it is. You look for daylight. It's not like you're trying to keep MI6 out. If you see a little, it's just a mosquito. If you see a little daylight, that's the mirror reflecting from the thing. If you can't see any daylight, then they can't get in. Scale is always difficult to show on these, so this is the highest point, and I'll show you that. That's about 42 inches. And then this is the other anchor point that's optional, I feel, and that is about 3 feet high. So I like that because it's not you're not in some little doghouse hovel. You've actually got the height to sit up and do things. There's an angle where you can see the whole shelter from the back. So, what do luxury accommodations like this cost? The Adventure Medical Kits 2-person emergency blankets were about $7 each. I spent $21 in mosquito netting at Campmore. The little clips at Staples were like $3. I had the stakes in the line and the duct tape. So, between $35 and $40. Now, here's the best part. It weighs 17 ounces with extra clips, extra stakes, and extra line. The whole thing weighs 17 ounces, which is a little more than half of any of the ultralight tents that I was able to find online, even the homemade ones. And the best part to me is there's zero sewing in it. You can replace anything, anywhere from it. And those Adventure Medical Kits, emergency blankets, they're tough stuff. I'm Lisa D. Hart. The more you know, the less you carry. Stay safe on the trail.